Here we go, the results. Got it. I know it's bad.
So I think I have to click on each one.
Let's do about body fat overall, yeah.
0.7.
6 a.m. a workout done. I don't like to go this early in the morning. I don't have the energy that I need to get everything done, but it's done. Now I gotta go eat some breakfast. Creatine monohydrate. It's the only supplement I'm actually taking. Well, powdered supplement. I'm basically pairing this with some electrolytes. 5 grams. Other than this, I'm taking vitamin D and K2, ashwagandha, zinc, plus magnesium glycinate when I go to sleep. 6 a.m. workouts suck. I have not been properly strength training for years, and whatever I did do was not efficient. I trust the process. Many moons ago, I built muscle. I've also lost weight and burned fat before. I think the challenge here is just gonna be able to do both of it together, but health is wealth. And if you don't have that, you don't have anything. I feel this, it's real, but I feel like I'm kind of disrespecting those that can't do it. It really is a blessing to be able to work on your own body. First things first, guacamole. Look at these 3 gorgeous. And you wanna know how you know it's ready? Okay, it's not ready. Just want you to know I use gloves when I cook for other people. This looks gross to you. I don't normally do that. You know what? I'm not gonna put that on video. It's disgusting. I don't know why I did that either. I didn't have garlic, but now I do. Need some more. Salt it up, cumin it up, chipotle it up. Since I'm not responsible with my outdoor cheat meals, this is my indoor. City skyline. It might look great, but it's 103 degrees. It's a little good session that I think is gonna be helpful. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of before and after of how it was the previous week versus this week. This is for the whole day. Old is gonna be what I was doing for the last 2 weeks, which isn't working as much, and the new one is what I've updated it to. We have to start everywhere with a beginning point. So my weight in the beginning was 205.4 pounds, and now 2 weeks later, after all this work and kind of getting some of the diet right and kind of getting some of the diet wrong, I'm at a whopping 205.4 pounds, the same exact weight. My old macros was 165 grams of protein. My new one's gonna be 180 grams of protein. Old carbs was 108 grams. New carbs 140 grams. My total fat, it was 78 grams of fat. My new fat is 85 grams of fat. 30 grams of fiber before, 35 grams of fiber after. Walking was supposed to be 45 minutes daily. I'm gonna go for an hour and 30 minutes daily. And if you guys see the DEXA skin, which you're about to see, you're gonna understand why I'm doing that. Lifting 4 times a week before, 4 times a week after. It's a pretty good staple. They say to improve bone density and overall health, you need to lift about 3 to 4 times a week. I'm gonna keep that on the higher end. And the last one is sleep, and that I'm keeping exactly the same, 8 hours before, 8 hours after. I am walking my 5-mile walk sometime next year, probably early next year. My father-in-law and I are taking a trip to Porto, Portugal. It's called the Camino de Santiago. It's a pilgrimage where it's like a 150-mile walk. We're probably gonna take about 10 days to do it. I gotta get all this strong legs and bone density by that time. Hopefully he's preparing too. We have about 6 months, I think. You ready to go? Where are we going? The well? Well, we're going to the well.
And how long would it take to get the results?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we have a pretty quick processor, an AI processor that will be able to review that when it populates here within the next few minutes. You should expect the report within the next 5 to 15 minutes or so. We're all set.
All right, and we're done. That was so quick. It probably took a total of 6 minutes, maybe for the whole thing. Yeah, 10 minutes, all right. That's what they said, so we'll check back in. Here we go, the results. What's it looking like? You know, on the scan, I look like a freaking turkey. I did. Like all I've been eating is like a hormone-filled diet. Oh gosh, I know it's bad. I already know it's bad. Let's do about body fat overall, yeah. I think in my last video, I put out like 32 at most.
36.7.
I am, right? 36.7? How did I let myself get to this? Oh my God. Dude, I don't believe it. Let me see. Dude, what? That's true. Only 5% of people have higher body fat than you. That's kind of defeating. Like, I know myself, right? Like, I look at myself every freaking day. So I know. Part of me guessed it was like 28%. So that's why in my other video I said 30%. I was like, usually whatever you think it is, it's a lot higher and worse than that. I might have to do this process a little bit more aggressively now. More structured. This is why you do DEXA scans. This is why you need an actual number to know where you're starting. 36.7%. I have to lose 20.7% body fat. Not happy, but I will be one day, and it's coming soon. I'm gonna look back to this moment, and I'm gonna remember this feeling of defeat and how I let myself get to this point. And yeah, now just do the work. There's a few of you that really give a lot of great feedback. So I just want to highlight some of the comments that I really appreciated. First, we have Richard Morrison, 1467. Yes, Richard Morrison, I really appreciate this comment. And you know what? I don't know if you could tell. Right there, I got the Lose It app, so thank you for that. I've been plugging in all my info and all my data into this. I've always had a hard time of calorie counting in my head, or sometimes I used to write it down. Back in the day, there was an app called MyFitnessPal, and I don't know if anybody uses that anymore. Maybe that one's still out there, I don't know, but this one's been really helpful. I've just been plugging in all my data. I don't have like a minimum calorie thing. I should probably have something like that, but because I'm overweight, I have a maximum calorie that I'm trying to not go past. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. You can do it. Nothing is impossible. We'll follow you on this journey. I think you should be like a life coach or something. That energy is exactly what I need, especially on like the low days. Nothing's going right and you're like, I don't know if this is even possible. It's comments like this keep you motivated to know that a lot of people have achieved a lot of really hard things. Not because it was easy, but because they just stayed in it. I'm gonna definitely remember this. And finally, at Grandpa Core, we will make it to the promised land. There's so much wisdom here in just a few little words. This basically has everything in a nutshell. And out of those 4 major categories, I'd say I personally struggle most with hitting my protein goal and getting the movement. Right now, we're in a very hot season, and we've been in a hot season out in Texas for about 3 months, I'd say. At least 2. A bunch of triple-digit days, 101, 102, 103 is pretty common. So I have like a window of when I need to get my movement out. So it's either like early in the morning before the sun comes out, or it has to be 8:30. So it's a little tight window. Third world problems, I know. Once I incorporated the treadmill, it allows me to not limit myself. The only thing with the treadmill is it's so boring staring at the same thing. Sometimes just a wall right in front of me. Now I've got to get going. I got to go to sleep. I have an early 5 a.m. walk. Just want to say thank you guys for watching. Keep the comments coming, guys. For anybody that thinks that people who put out videos don't really read the comments or whatever, I don't know how anyone else works, but I can say personally for me, I really appreciate it. As a community, I really feel like we're all connected in this space. If we work together, I feel like we'll get to where we need to get to. And more importantly, stay in there. That whole maintenance thing, let's not keep going back and forth. Let's make this one the last time. We're on to the third video, and I'm really dialed in. If we slip up, we'll worry about that later. Let's just get this one right.